10 biggest birds in the world. Some are taller than you and can even kill you. Others run so fast they astonish the world. Be amazed while learning more about these incredible birds. Number 10. Wandering albatross. This is a magnificent bird as it can fly really long distances and has one of the longest wingspans in the world with a whopping 11.4 feet. Another characteristic of this great bird is that it can travel hundreds of miles without flapping its wings. Its journey is such that it can circumnavigate the entire Antarctic Ocean 3 times in 1 year. That'd be over 75,000 miles. Despite its large wings, its body length is shorter as it's up to 4.42 feet and weighs 20.8 pounds, which doesn't make it small in proportion to its long wingspan. The wandering albatross is generally found across all the oceans in the southern hemisphere, where it always travels and makes few stops just to eat or breed. I'd like to travel as much as them, and you? Number 9. California Condor. Scavenger and kinda ugly. The California condor is native to the states of California, Utah, Arizona, and some parts of Baja California in Mexico. Its size in midair is quite striking, not only for its colors, but also for its large wingspan that stretches 9.8 feet long. It's one of the biggest birds in North America, with a length ranging from 3.7 to 4.58 feet. Plus, its weight of up to 26 pounds makes it a great glider through the skies of its desert habitat. This California condor is a scavenger that waits a few days, circling the skies, and keeps its food on target until it dies. Then it starts eating the softer parts of the prey with its strong and powerful beak. A feast for this condor. Number 8. Shoebill stork. A totally unique bird in every way. The shoebill stork is a somewhat rare African bird due to its vulnerable status in its natural habitat. Its most striking feature is its beak with that distinctive and unsightly shoe shape. It uses said beak to hunt lunch, which can be snakes, fish, and even baby crocodiles. This bird has an average height of 4.58 feet and weighs up to 12 pounds. Although its legs are long, its plumage is plain, which makes it look unremarkable and even a little clumsy. However, the shoebill stork is famous for its slow movements and standing still for a long time, resembling a statue. It only moves if disturbed or to eat. Would you be able to stand still for so long doing nothing? I wouldn't. Number 7. Andean Condor. Sacred, giant, and somewhat frightening. Its vulture appearance is between elegant and scruffy, with its black and white plumage and wrinkled head. The Andean condor can travel over 120 miles in 1 day looking for its rotten lunch. It usually eats the corpses of llamas, alpacas, and guanacos. With its height of 4.65 feet, a weight of 28 pounds, and a wingspan of about 10.4 feet, it's a great scavenger and unique guardian of the skies. The Andean condor is almost immortal. This is due to its incredible longevity of up to 79 years, as with a condor from Beardsley Zoo in Connecticut, US. Unbelievable! Number 6. Flamingos. I know you've seen flamingos, or at least you know what kind of bird I'm talking about. Those with fancy reddish colors, long necks, and beaks bent downwards. Here it is. First of all, the greater flamingo, with an average height of 4.9 feet, though the largest specimen had been recorded at 5.9 feet tall and weighed up to 9.9 pounds. It's one of the most elegant birds in Africa, the Middle East, Southern Europe, and even India. On the other hand, there's the American flamingo, which is found along the Caribbean coasts and the Galapagos Islands. What stands out the most is its reddish-pink plumage and its height of up to 4.75 feet, which makes it a little shorter than its cousin from the Old World, though there's enough room for 2 big beautiful flamingos on this huge and diverse planet. Number 5. Marabou stork. A fearsome African creature. The marabou stork stands out for being a quite large and ugly bird. It's somewhat shocking to see. As a good scavenger, it only feeds on dead animal remains or even feces of other animals. This not-so-nice bird is rather large, reaching about 5 feet tall and weighing up to 20 pounds. Its wingspan is also astounding as it stretches to an incredible 12 feet. That makes it a very massive and striking bird. The marabou stork eats small animals and even small crocodiles or snakes. It's common to see it around the garbage outside the cities of the continent, so you'll very likely see it if you go on a trip to Africa. But it can be dangerous when refused food. Keep that in mind. Number 4. Cassowary. Here, I'll introduce you to 2 particular species of the cassowary family, which surely, if you keep up with the TrendMax videos, you already know pretty well. The cassowaries in this position are the northern and southern cassowary. Both species usually measure up to 5.9 feet tall and weigh 187 pounds. However, a southern cassowary specimen reached 6.2 feet tall, which makes it slightly imposing than its northern cousin. What's interesting about cassowaries is their dark plumage over their body, extremely strong legs, blue-colored head, and horn-like crest on top of the head. They're very solitary birds and usually roam around Indonesia, New Guinea, and even northern Australia, depending on the species. Its main food is fruits, and it usually eats hundreds of them. Plus, it also expels the intact seeds in its feces, which helps repopulate the forests in its natural habitat. Also, it feeds on some insects or small vertebrates. Number 3. Greater rhea. You're now in South America. Imagine spotting something similar to an ostrich, but it isn't. The greater rhea doesn't fly. However, its entire body of up to 6 feet tall and weight of up to 60 pounds is adapted for running, and it isn't slow at all. Its wings seem ornamental, and they partly are, but they give that perfect boost to keep running. The greater rhea eats seeds, grains, fruits, insects, small mammals, some reptiles, and even other chicks. However, this bird isn't safe from humans since it's highly used for food as well as for its leather, feathers, and eggs. Fun fact, a greater rhea can be mistaken for a giant tarantula if it's sleeping on the ground. If you travel around South America, you might run into one. If you've already seen one, don't forget to leave a comment. Number 2. Emu. It doesn't fly. It's rather heavy and one of the biggest birds in the world. The emu is native to the large Australian island and stands out for its very characteristic light brown plumage and kinda ugly in my opinion. But more importantly, it has quite strong legs, enabling them to reach great speeds of 31 miles per hour if necessary, of course. This bird can weigh up to 132 pounds, and in this case, females are usually slightly larger, reaching a top of 6.2 feet tall. Interestingly enough, this emu has 3 toes on each leg instead of 4 like other birds, but that's because these 3 big toes are for running better. Another feature that helps its performance is its feathers, as they have a wool-like appearance and texture. Said characteristics provide isolation from the really strong Australian sun, which makes the emu a highly active bird during the day. Now comes the biggest and most famous bird. Do you know which one it is? Here it goes. Number 1. Common ostrich. Big, fast, and beautiful, the great common ostrich is currently the tallest and heaviest bird on the planet. Standing up to an astonishing 9.18 feet tall and weighing up to 346 pounds, it's crowned the ruler of the birds in this top. Its body is sturdy, it has strong legs and dark plumage, which makes it stand out among its African habitat. Although the common ostrich cannot fly, it's a bird that knows how to use its wings for maneuverability when sprinting to reach speeds of up to 34 miles per hour over long distances. What about a quick race? Well, it could run up to 43 miles per hour, becoming the fastest bird of all that cannot fly. Besides, it has powerful and long legs that not only let them run amazingly, but if there's danger or predators nearby, the common ostrich won't hesitate to use its legs to throw some good kicks and fight for one more day of life in the wild. I bet you're dumbfounded and learned more about these birds, that's for sure. Don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to TrendMax, and click the bell to get more notifications as there are more amusing videos coming. If you like birds as much as I do, I invite you to watch these videos. See ya!